should just come up as the self-management title for now. Oh look.
What's that? It's live. I'll just refresh the thing to see.
I think we are live because it says live on Restream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I can see it on Facebook now.
It's up now, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh well, that's awesome. How exciting! Hello, everybody, and I hope this finds you well. Before I kind of go into this properly and talk about the self-management, I first of all want to pay my respects. And although it's not Remembrance Day today, it is Remembrance Sunday, and I'm sure you've all paid your respects in your own way. It's very individual, so you know I'm sure you've all done your own thing. I know that I've done mine, but I just want to tip my hat to all the brothers and sisters that I know and those that I don't. I'm thinking of you all today. I have been, and I continue to do so. It's a very weird one today for us all. We usually get together, and it's not just about showing our respects, is it, to the fallen and to those that have gone before us, but it's also an opportunity for us to get together and to come out of isolation, or just to spend time with brothers and sisters and those that we've not seen for a while. So we've almost been robbed of that, and since it only happens once a year, then you know I really feel kind of robbed. So my heart goes out to you all, and I sincerely hope you are all doing well and manage to stay safe, not just today and over the coming days, but over the coming months and years too. I'm always there for any veteran, serving member, partner or loved one. Let's not forget those all important heroes who support those individuals who serve their Queen and country. So move on before I start crying. So today, literally, I want to talk to you about self-management. Now, for those of you who might not have seen the self-management introduction video that went out there, and I know there won't be many of yous, you know, because everyone or thousands of people watch my videos all the time, so why would you have missed it? But just in case you have, I want to be able to talk to you about it. But even if you have seen that video, today is really the first in a series of 12 videos going out once a week, every Sunday afternoon at this time. They'll be going out, and they are all about assisting you to better manage your own mental well-being, and the importance of that doesn't really need to be explained, I don't think, with the year that we've had, and with what was it? I saw it the other day. Lockdown 2.0. But what is self-management all about? You know, why should you follow this video series? Why should you get engaged with us? Why should you ask us the questions? Why should you invest your time in watching these videos? And that's what I want to cover today. So self-management is exactly that. It's learning how to better manage your own well-being, and to do it yourself. I personally think that we all need to accept responsibility and take ownership of our own well-being as a whole, you know, but specifically within mental well-being as well. So I think we need to do that more. I think we rely and expect other people to sort it out for us rather than actually stepping up to the mark and doing it ourselves. So, you know, a bit of a controversial thing to say maybe, but I think that we all are somewhat guilty of not doing as much as what we could do, you know, to really look after ourselves. And as I said in the introduction video last week, the NHS long-term plan for mental health is one of that's full of support systems, which is brilliant, and interventions. But that therein lies the problem. It's interventions, okay? There's very little preventative stuff, and it's all relying on you as an individual self-referring to gain any of the support. It doesn't come to you. It's not there, you know, to kind of help you and to be there within the community. There's nothing like that. The only other time you're going to get it given to you directly before you ask for help is, unfortunately, if you're really quite a way down the path and or even into crisis. Now, the NHS mental health system is amazing. You know, everything that they do, and there's so much support systems out there. There's so much there available to us, but you have to take the first step. Now, men specifically, we're quite bad at asking for help. Yeah, we all kind of know that. We all think we can manage it ourselves, and we just get on with it, and that's part of the problem, and that's why the suicide statistics as such that 75% of all suicides are men. Because we are very proud, we're very alpha male, don't ask for help, move on, get on with it, man up, and all these other kinds of terminology. So we kind of don't ask for help, and you know, the other problem is when you are feeling down, when you're feeling low, you lose that motivation, you lose the ability to ask for help. And as you get lower and you start getting into depression and really struggling, then the likelihood of you self-referring is, you know, it drops tremendously, along with whether you're addicted to drugs, self-prescription, alcohol, whatever it is, and or self-harm. The chances of somebody self-referring is extremely low. So really being able to manage our own mental well-being and learning how to really do that ourselves, that is key, especially now, especially with what you've gone through, we've all gone through and still going through. Even when it gets into 2021, it's not going to be new year, new start, forget about last year as if it never happened, because it's just not possible. Too much has happened to us all for us just to move on and forget about it. The after effects of COVID are going to be around for months, if not years, you know? So what can you do to be able to take back an element of control of your own well-being? What can you do to move forward and to really feel empowered, you know, to change that mindset from a negative to a positive, to grow, to develop, to become a better version of you? What can you do? You can all do that. You can all have it in you to be able to take this on. Everyone has got what it takes, okay? It does take the knowledge and the inspiration and maybe the kick up the arse to actually do that. And that is what I'm all about. That is what this next 12-week series is all about, whilst also being there for you every step of the way through Christmas, through the next 4 weeks of enforced isolation, as I like to say, through Christmas and on into New Year and 2021. I'm going to be there with you every step of the way, giving you tips, guidance, support, assistance, signposting, and obviously as much information as I can manage. Now, the self-management side of it, the series is made up of 3 modules, which is self-awareness, self-care and self-help. Self-awareness is going to be quite a long one. It's going to be split down, obviously, into easy chunks. And self-awareness is all about understanding who you are as an individual. It's what we're going to be covering first. So, for example, the one next Sunday, okay, a week today, at the same time, is going to be about strengths and weaknesses, identifying what your strengths and weaknesses are, okay? So we're going to be talking about that. But self-awareness is about strengths and weaknesses, values and beliefs. It's about identifying what your stresses are. It's about identifying what your purpose, your meaning, your identity, what is your perception of life, how do you view life, and why do you have these values? Why do you see life this way? Why are you the way that you are? Why is that important? Well, here's one reason. There's many reasons. Here's one good one for you though, okay? When you go to a therapist initially, now whether you're an employee and you go to see gain therapy as part of your employee assistance program or private medical healthcare, whatever, you typically get anywhere between 5 and 8 sessions for free. Thereafter, they're then charged effectively. Okay, so now the first up to 3 to 4 sessions is where they're kind of wasted, to be honest, because it's all about the therapist trying to understand who you are, why you're feeling so certain way, what your emotions are, where you're coming from, and just the kind of individual you are, you know, sounding you out in bits and pieces. So your final maybe 2 sessions is where you're really going to start getting into some stuff. Imagine whether you can go into your to see a therapist, and in session 1 you can say to your therapist, okay, right, my name's Nick Wilson, I have these coping strategies, this is my tools and techniques, this is what I do to help me manage my stress, my anxiety disorders, my depression, my post-traumatic stress disorder for me personally. This is what I do, this is what my daily routine looks like, this is who I am as an individual, I know what my stresses are, I know who I am as a person, I know what purpose in life is, yada yada, and all this kind of stuff that we're going to be covering over the next 12 weeks. If you can do that on session 1, the therapist, that will help them out so much, you know, that when it comes to session 2, bang, you get in as much support as they can give you straight away, straight from the get-go, because you've really shown them who you are as a person, that you know who you are, because you've already done the work. So if nothing else, there's that reason. Okay, let's have another look at another good one then. All right, so if you're the kind of person that is just struggling at the moment, can't take time out because you don't want to risk losing your job, yeah, so a lot of people are working more hours or putting more into their job because they don't want to get fired, yeah, or they just don't want to risk dropping the ball right now with going to see the therapist because it could be opening up a can of worms, you know, it could be something for next year where things have calmed down a bit more. Well, that's where learning about who you are is all the more important, because then you can take back the element of control and you can start to identify things about yourself in your own time, at your own speed, without really going into mental health so deeply, and, you know, really risking triggering and bringing stuff up from the past. Now, I'm not saying that's not going to happen when you kind of, you look at what your stresses are and you work through it, because, life's been shit. So let's face it, there's going to be tears along the way, but that is what helps us to grow. That's when we grow. That's when we develop more, and that's when we learn. We don't really learn and grow and develop by having a good time at something. We really learn, grow, and develop through the hard times, through the tears. When you're at your lowest, by God, when you've been kicked in the arse, right? That's when you learn about stuff. Okay, so kind of really getting into the self-management and who you are as an individual, then looking at self-care and what you need to do on a day-to-day basis, and then looking at self-help and what you need to do specifically for you. That is what all this self-management is about. That is why it's of value to you. That's why I want you to come along every Sunday and ask your questions. Get involved. Someone will be on the end of the chat, waiting for your questions to respond to you straight away. Or you can ask them afterwards and send us a private message and we'll get back to you. I'm here for you. Talk Mental Health as a group. We are here for you, whether you're in Northamptonshire or all around the country, wherever you are at, or even globally. Hell, if we get that far, that'd be awesome. Sweet. But wherever you are, we're here for you, okay? Please, take the time, make the time to follow this video series, learn what you can do to better manage your own mental well-being and take back an element of control over your own mind, over your thoughts. And let's turn and reframe the shit that we've experiencing and have experienced. Let's turn some of that into positives, yeah? And give you the strength to see through the rest of the year, get through Christmas and the New Year, and really help you to move forward in a positive, healthy manner into 2021. That's all that there is for today. Remember, next week we're getting into self-awareness with strengths and weaknesses. Until then, as ever, take care of those around you, but please, more importantly, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.